Back to the daily grind, and y'all know we gotta talk about this. But before we do, make sure you hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back bagel biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
Yo, full time family. This shit is real. The Sean O'Malley Conor McGregor comparisons continue. Look at this. Andre Soukhamthath. I'm not gonna call him Andre Soccer Mom, but I'm sure there's I'm sure there's thousands of fans that have been calling Andre Soukhamthath Andre Soccer Mom, among other things. They're probably calling him the dumbest fighter in the history of MMA. They're probably calling them all type of racial slurs. You guys know how fucking social media can get. It can get real. It can get real fast for a lot of people. It can be bad or it can be good. You know what I'm saying? So what's going on right now is Sean O'Malley's opponent, most recent opponent, Andre Soukhamthath, who he fought at UFC 222. He's got trolled so hard that he deleted his Instagram after that UFC 222 loss to Sean O'Malley. Now, Andre Soukhamthath, he's getting, I'm sure he's getting berated, but gotta cut the man some slack. I get it, but see, this is, Andre Soukhamthath deleted his Instagram, clearly couldn't, you know what I'm saying, you can't take the heat, get the fuck out the Instagram, or the kitchen, however the saying goes. But you get the point. Andre Soukhamthath deleted his Twitter, but he's also got to understand where these fans are coming from. Sean O'Malley was the underdog going into that fight. There was a lot of people who were rooting for Sean O'Malley to lose. I mean, I don't know if Nate Diaz was rooting for Sean O'Malley to lose at all. I wouldn't even say that, but I'm just saying, after Sean O'Malley got that win, there was a lot of fighters that were like, how did, they didn't expect it. Even for one, he injured his foot going into the third round. He had one foot for the whole third round, and he ended up still winning the fight. So a lot of, the fight went viral. So with a fight that goes viral, usually the loser of that fight gets heat. When did we see this? Conor McGregor knocked out Jose Aldo in 13 seconds. Jose Aldo still can't pop out at a UFC press conference without everybody fucking screaming 13 or something to do with Conor McGregor. Fucking permanent mark on his career is that number 13. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what's going on here. After he took this loss to Sean O'Malley, everybody's fucking hitting him up with the dumbest Buddha boom, Andre Soccer Mom, like people are just killing him on Instagram. And this is what he had to say before he deleted his Instagram, Andre Soukhamthath. He said, "I've experienced hate, but never to this extent. I did nothing wrong to anyone. It's sad that I risked my life to entertain these kind of people. Peace out for now, IG." So he deleted it. He don't want to hear no more of that shit. He's fucking, you get his point. But with that being said, I have to say this. He's, him and whoever thinks this is too much hate, that's just, for one, the day and age we live in. But you've also got to take into consideration where some of these people are coming from. There's a lot of people that are pissed off Sean O'Malley won. For what, if they were rooting against him, if they were betting against him, you know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of people that are happy he won as well. But Sean O'Malley went into that fight as the betting underdog. A lot of people thought Sean O'Malley was hype. A lot of people bet against money. I'm talking about they bet real money, cash money against Sean O'Malley. It was a very popular fight. Going into UFC 222, Sean O'Malley was the most popular figure of Frankie Edgar, Brian Ortega, even after the fight, still the case. Brian Ortega knocked out Frankie Edgar, never been done before. But if you go look at their pre-fight, post-fight interviews, Sean O'Malley did double the numbers, 200,000 views to 100,000 views. Very popular fight, it went viral. So there's a lot of people rooting for Sean O'Malley, a lot of people rooting against Sean O'Malley, and also take betting into concern how many people saw that, Andre Soukhamthath was almost a pick 'em, and they were picking against Sean O'Malley. They might have put some money on Andre Soukhamthath. So whenever you got the fight this close to winning, even Andre Soukhamthath's teammates, they're like, "What are you doing? Take him down." So, whenever people not only might be betting money, or they're betting just their fucking ego, there's a lot of people that don't fuck with me, and they know I fuck with Sean O'Malley, and there's just a lot of other people. They might have looked at him as this fucking pothead. They might have looked at him as however the fuck people were looking at Sean O'Malley before the fight. All of that kind of got zapped away when Andre Soukhamthath didn't win the fight in that third round. There were some people, even if Andre Soukhamthath lost the first 2 rounds, and in my opinion, I don't want to see Andre Soukhamthath get a win off of a technicality over Sean O'Malley. I don't want to see Sean O'Malley lose because he kicked himself out of the fight by injuring himself. if Sukumthov didn't inflict that leg injury, you know, and Sean O'Malley won the first 2 fights, I'm happy Sean O'Malley got the fucking win. I don't want to see him lose when he should have won just because he injured himself. So a lot of people, though, that did want to see him lose are like, fuck that. That was our chance. Sean O'Malley was almost a fucking, you know, a hype job like we all thought. And that's not the case. He got the win, and now everything's happened since then. Sukumthov is getting twice the hate because the fight went twice as fucking viral because of that decision making on top of the performance, on top of everything else. So with that being said, we all know everything going into this fight by now. Andrei Sukumthov in the 3rd round, the leg injury. And now Andrei Sukumthov said, hey, fuck it. I'm deleting my Instagram until maybe Sean O'Malley's next fight. Maybe he can come back out for Sean O'Malley's, after Sean O'Malley's next fight, when there's a new, I don't want to call him a victim, but when there's a new opponent for Sean O'Malley that everyone else is focused on, maybe he'll pop back up. But hey, much respect to Andrei Sukumthov. You know what I'm saying? He took the fight versus Sean O'Malley, and he did his thing, you know, and as far as the 3rd round decision making goes, he could have been rocked. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't been, it's easy to say, like whenever Eddie Alvarez fought Conor McGregor, people say, oh, why didn't he take him down? Why didn't he wrestle him? Why didn't he focus on the leg kicks? Sometimes when you're in the moment, you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. You might not hear your corner. You know, and I think he might have said, you know, his corner was saying, take him, let him up, whatever was going on. Eddie Alvarez said, hey, I couldn't even hear my corner. I was in the moment, and now what happened. It is what it is. Conor's the champ. Sean O'Malley's the fucking future champ. And now there's people that are fucking pissed, and there's some people that are happy. But Andrei Sukumthov, man, he's off of Instagram. With that being said, it is what it is. Let the Full Time family know what you think in the comments. And motherfucking get off Andrei Sukumthov's head, man. He's a fucking fighter. Put some respect on his name. I'm out. And as always, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell right next to it so you're notified every time I upload a video. I'm out.
Da 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 da. It's the motherfucking DOWG.